Welcome to a guide to new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's Friday the 13th of December and far from being bad luck today. We have a mod extravaganza, we have a plethora of mods. It's a Friday frenzy. We often get them and we've got another one today. So there are a few updates, and mixed in with the updates there are some new mods which are obviously updates to PC, but on console they're new, so bit of a weird one. Have a look at the updates. There are quite a few, so I'm not going to read them all out. We are going to start off with, right in front of me, this is the New Holland TX header and trailer pack. This is by Kamilos 0397. Now we do already have a TX32 and we have a TX32 header. The TX32 standard header is only 4 metres I think. This is a 6.1 metre header, comes with its own trailer. Now, I tried it a minute ago and I think it does lock into place. It does seem to. I drove around the yard and it didn't seem to shift anywhere or move or do anything odd or peculiar. The lettering does match up with the New Holland. It's, you know, it's been thought about. It's been worked out. The reel does raise and lower and can go in and out, as you find in most headers now. This is 7 slots for the header, 6 slots for the trailer. We'll have a look under headers. So the standard TX32 header we get in game is only 4 metres. There are a few other heads, and obviously you can mix and match fairly well. You can get away with a lot of headers on various different ones. Obviously we've got the Cressoni headers now as well. This one is here, the TX 6.1 metre header, 38,000 to buy. Like I say, 7 slots. Options available? None. You get the header, and that's it. The actual trailer itself is under header trailers, as you might expect. That's not header trailers, that one is. The TX32 standard header trailer is there at 6 slots, so this is 6 as well. I haven't tried the new header on the old trailer. Potentially it will, but I think the point about this one is it's a slightly longer trailer because it's a slightly longer header. Would kind of make sense. This one you can have standard or wide tyres on, but you get what you get. It is what it is. What we'll do is just quickly hook it up. Lines all hook up. Like I say, the real L1 and right stick up and down, raise and lower the head, the reel, and you can go in and out with it as well using the right stick. So if you want to go for that kind of slightly more realistic feel and set the header at the right height for the crop you're doing, as far as actually putting it onto the trailer, it should, I'm sure it locks into place. It feels like it does. Let's go there. And you come away. It sits neatly on there. It didn't seem to move when I moved it around. Obviously the harvester's got a trailer hitch on the back of it. But there you go. That is by, I'd say Kamilos 0397. I'd said that one already. Right, moving on very quickly. We've got a lot to get through, and we've got a game changer. Oh yeah, I meant to say that. We have got a game changer mod thrown in today. I haven't said that for a little while actually. It doesn't feel like I've said it for a little while. Anyway, let's go around this side where the light's going to be a little bit better. We've got this. This is the Flegel TPW bale trailer set. This is by Top Ace 888. It's an auto-load bale trailer if you want it to be an auto-load bale trailer, and there are quite a few options available. Solid front axle, not a swivelly one. I'm not a fan of swivel front ends because the axles are all back here. It doesn't have a front swivel axle. Nice, neat, tidy mod. Few options available. I've got some bales on it because I'm just going to run through the process of loading and unloading. Rear trailer hitch if you want it on the pack, and like I say, there are quite a few available in this, but it is neat, it is tidy, it looks good, detailing's nice, texture's fantastic. Top Ace 88 makes some brilliant mods. This is under baling technology, which is just here. So we've got the TPW 100. Now weirdly on the website, on the Modhub, it says 8 bales on this one. I'm a little bit puzzled. I don't know if the numbers are off a little bit on this, but we'll have a check. So we've got the slightly smaller one there. It says it does 14 round bales for 9,000. The next one does 12 square bales, but then it says square bales big. This will do the Heston bales that the Heston baler does, the slightly larger ones. What are they, 6,000 litres, or they're a little bit more now? That will do 12 of those, 12 of those. According to the Modhub, that's different. So that might have to be a bit of a fiddle around to see if that does work. Then we've got the TPW 140. Now that says round bales 18. Obviously that one only does 14 round bales. This one does 18. It says it does 18 square bales and 12 Heston bales, which are the slightly larger ones. And then we've got the TPW 180, which does 26 round bales, 24 square bales, and 16 Heston bales. So there are a few options available within those. All the options are the same on each of these. We can change the main colour, which is the actual bed itself. So we can have steel silver, steel black, steel galvanised, which I think I went for the galvanised look. Rim colour, we can have painted grey. Where are we? Steel chrome, steel silver, steel black. So you can go for various different options on those if you want to. Then we've got design colour. Now that's on Fleagle Green Special. Again, we can have the galvanised if you want to go for a galvanised front on that. But there's a few Fleagle colours to choose from, whole load. Plus, then the sort of standard in-game, whatever you fancy going for. As far as options go on wheel brand, we can have Lizard. Swing back. We have Lizard. We can have Trelleborg. We can have Michelin. Under Lizard, they're standard. Under Trelleborg, we can have standard, we can have narrows, or we can have wides. Under Michelin, it's just wides. So Trelleborg gives you more options on there if you want options. Chassis colour, and that's underneath. At the moment it's on steel silver, but we can go steel black or the same colour as the main colour. So whatever you put your bed, you can have underneath the chassis can be that colour as well. Auto load, yes or no, so you can turn it off if you want to do it manually. Sometimes with the auto load function on, if you try and load manually, the trailers don't like it. So if you want to go for a manual option, you can turn it on and off. And of course you can always go back into the configuration point and change that whenever you want. Attachers on the back come standard, no, but you can have a rear attacher, which means you can attach multiple trailers together, which is fantastic. We've then got decals, and that's on the bed itself. So you can have red, you can have white, you can have black. Back to red again. And then extension, yes or no, just puts the extension on the back. Now if you're going to have it as an auto load trailer, there's no reason why you shouldn't have the extension on the back, because it's going to auto load on there anyway. I find if you're manually loading, it's better not to have it, because then you've got a bit of wiggle room, and around the back you can push bales forward if you make a mistake or something like that. Now, those are all the options and all the various different types you've got for normal bales. If you want a cotton version, because there is a cotton version as well, we come down to cotton technology, and we've got two under here. The TPW 180 round bales cotton will do 4 round bales. Then we've got the TPW 180 square bales cotton, it will do 2 square bales. So you can have a round bale option or square bale option for your cotton. These are all 13 slots for the first one. What we'll do is hook up. Now I'm going to open the help menu. I've got my side panel plugged into my PlayStation. That's why I can get that menu come up, and sometimes you get numbers appear as well. People have been asking what the numbers are about. That's because I've got my side panel on, so it will often give you numbers. Now, at the moment it's in transport position, and I've got belts on, and I've got the bales actually on the trailer. But what I'm going to do, put it into transport position. Now, operating position will, as you would do if you were collecting them off the field, put some on like so. Now, if I want to unload them onto the trailer, because I've got that thing I talk about there, ethereal bales. Because if I put the tension belts on now, the tension belts go under the bales, because it's not registering there are actually any bales on there. Turn the tension belts off. So what I can do, I can unload onto the trailer. So if I press L1, triangle to unload, and then unload here, they drop onto the trailer. Then I can put my tension straps on, and they'll strap over the top. So those bales are actually kind of there now. What I'm going to do is go back to transport, and then back to operating position. That's, like I say, that's how you're going to pick them off the field. For unloading, press triangle. If you don't want to unload them onto the trailer, L1 and right stick, and you can move the bales around wherever you want. It goes fairly high, so if you wanted to put them up on something, you can, like so. Then unload bales here, and your bales have been unloaded, like so. I'll go back to transport position, so L1 triangle. Now if you were on the field and your bales are scattered around all over the place, you want to come and collect them, you would drive up, put it into operating position, L1 square. It's now in its operating position for auto loading, and on we go, and it loads the bales up like that. that's really kind of all there is to it for the loading and unloading of an auto-load bale trailer. It's pretty much the same as most of the other ones. It's always worth having a look and refreshing your memory. Some people might not have used them before or seen them before, or So, turn the help menu off, jump out. So, that is the Fleagle TPW bale trailer set by Top Ace 888. Next up, the Road Rage makes a return. This is by Vectorman. This is 10 slots. This is a psychotic beast of a machine. Actually looks quite cool. MrSealyp green, obviously, with orange. It kind of goes with it. You could have got away with red, black, anything like that. There are a few options available. You'll find this under cars. The Road Rage, 125,000 to buy. There's a reason why it's so expensive. This will run at 149 miles an hour. That's just so bonkers. So, options available. We can change the main colour. Let's go with, I don't know, let's say Onyx. Actually, that's quite nice. Design colour, we'll do your stripes. I think an orange or a red. What do we reckon? Let's go with a red. Yeah, it's not too bad at all. Work lights, so you can have it standard with normal lights on the front of that, or we can have a couple of spotlights on the front. There's no option to change the wheels, they come as they are, but we can have the Road Rage 2.3 litre Eco, or if you really want to upset people, you can go for the Road Rage 5 litre V8 at 450 horsepower, or you can go for a 460 horsepower version, which takes up to 139,010 if you change all of those options. Those are your options available. Obviously I went for the 460 horsepower, but It looks nice when it gets going and those alloys start spinning. It's very cool. Bottom right hand corner, 149 miles an hour. Handles well as well. Whoa, that was a little bit weird because I was on the grass. It's not too twitchy, so when you're at high speed you don't get that sudden jerk of steering. It seems quite fluid. I like that because sometimes you get that sudden movement. Your vehicles can go all over the place. This does have opening doors, L1 and right stick up and down. We'll open that door. Side to side, we'll open and close that door. From inside, very nice indeed. Engine on, lights on. Those spotlights actually, I don't have to close the door, have I? Of course not. So we can go through lights. You've got a main beam option there, if you see on the ground. Then off. Inside. Indicators. Anything. Nothing that shows up on the dash. Visibility is good, and this thing shifts. It's one of those things you can have a bit of a play around with. Place that ramp that we got a little while ago and just see how far you can jump when you're going 149 miles an hour. Yeah, nice to see it's back in the game again. Looks good. You want something a bit flashy for going down to the local farmers market? Yeah. There you go. That's the Road Rage by Vectorman. Very cool. Next, I really do need to fly through these. This is by Giant Software. I think this is part of the Agritechnica mods that we've been kind of waiting for, that were special editions. I think this is because it came out from Giants. This is the Brantner. We had the Brantner Power Push before. This is the Brantner Power Tube Plus, the TA 23065 23065, however you want to say it. Really nice mod. Very tidy, as you would expect. Actually, I should have done the tractors first, shouldn't I, thinking about it? Never mind, we're here now. You'll of course find this under trailers. So the power tube does all the crop types, pig food, forage, everything. You can imagine. We can have it as the Brantner Green, we can have it black, we can have it orange, we can have it standard, or we can have it with extension for an extra 5,500, which takes it from 22,000 litres up to a 33,600 litre. With those extension boards on, it will still take all crops. I put soybean in it just to make sure, rather than it just becoming a forage wagon. Wheel brand, we can have Trelleborg, we can have Michelin. Under Trelleborg, we can have standard, wide. Under Michelin, we can have standard and wide. Those are your options. We will use it in a minute because I'm going to unload into here. Actually, let's do this now. This is the game changer for me today. This is an important one. When it popped up in the Modhub, I thought, what? We've already got that. No, we haven't. This is by Castiga and Edge Gaming. We've got the Buy Anything silo. This is a sell point. Now, we have got various different things you can buy and sell. Manure, the Holger Sengstock slurry point we can sell, but this is a sell anything. This is a sell point in essence, and we've been saying for a while there are certain maps where you only get one, and sometimes you prefer to have one maybe nearer to where you are, or you want to set up your own farm situation or a storyline where you've got a sell point. This will take everything. It's only 10,000 to buy. It comes in the silver and the black that we get with Castiga Edge Gaming. 13 slots, so not too big on the slot count either. At night the light comes on so you can see your sell point when you go, and when you place one in here it comes up Edge Grain Vault. So it's a proper sell point. That's huge. That's on console. I mean, I don't know if you're on PC whether you've got them already or not, but yes, alright, it's not an entire store, but you could landscape and make a store setup. You could put a little building there, you can have your sell point, and you've made up your own sell point. But it takes everything. If I scroll across, it does cotton, it does sugarcane, it does seed, it does eggs, it does wool, milk, water, chaff, TMR, wood chip, everything. All the way through. The only thing it doesn't do is the fuel and air on here, which is something that Jim does. But it will also do seed, fertilizer, manure, digestate, slurry, pig food, lime. Ooh. And herbicide. That's massive. Like, I cannot... It's going to flash up on the screen. It has to. Game changer. It really, really is. Awesome. You will find this under miscellaneous in placeables. Next to the multi-filling stations, we've got the multi-selling station. We can have it black, silver, or the black edition. Like I say, 10,013 slots. Cheap as chips. Absolutely fantastic. That will change the way you play, because it will give you a load more options. Absolutely fantastic. Right. Don't want to pull myself away from that now. Next we have got, let's have a look at these. Now these came up as an update. Now I don't remember seeing these before. So I'm assuming it's an update on PC. This is the SLH Group Pack. Same, Lamborghini and Hurlimann. SLH. And we've got like sporting, it's quite, we've got Super Titan, we've got Lamborghini Racing. And we got the Hurlimann. These are really cool actually. They're not too expensive. 190 horsepower is the peak these go to. I like them. I do like the colouring on the Lamborghini, but it's nice having a Same back in the game again, because I liked the Same that we had before. And again, 190 horsepower. Quite a few options available on these as well. This is by RB Modding and Lelex89. So let's have a look. What options have we got? What's also cool with these is the sound of them. Wow. These are under medium tractors. So we scroll across. And here we are. So the Same Titan, the Lamborghini Racing and the Hurlimann Master. They all start at 80,000, which isn't too bad at all. Options I think on all of them are the same, although the colours change a little bit. But we can have front lift on the front, then we've got increased lift. I think the PTO changes slightly. It's like a stronger connection. It just looks a little bit different. Then you can have without front ballast, 50 kilogram, 150 kilogram, 250, 350, 450, back to front lift again. We can have without accessories, so we've got the exhaust right in the middle of the bonnet. So we can have it with front fenders and the exhaust on the bonnet. With air filter, and it takes the mudguard off. Fully optional, gives us the air filter and the mudguard on there. Engine setup, the Titan 145 is 145 horsepower. The Titan 160 is 160 horsepower. The Titan 190 is 190 horsepower, and then we've got the Super Titan, which takes the exhaust from the bonnet and puts it over to the side. I personally like that look, but then you can have that with configurations changed from there as well. So we could take have it without accessories, and so you can kind of go through all of the options again, depending on what you want. If you want the air filter, whether you want mud guards and those kind of things. So there's a few different options available. And then wheel setup. Now the wheel setup, there's not a huge lot of option, or loads of option. We've got standard and narrows, and that's it. So they go up to 190 horsepower. I'll show you the other two as well, because the options are pretty much the same as we scroll through all the front lift options, weights, etc. Then we've got the same thing with accessories, fender, air filter, fender and air filter without accessories. Then we've got the Racing 150 at 150 horsepower, and it shows it on the actual door. We've got the Racing 165 at 165 horsepower. So the horsepowers are slightly different on these. The other one was 160, this is 165. And then we've still got the 190 horsepower version. And then we've got the Racing Hyper, which puts the exhaust out to the side as well. But again, you can fiddle around with the options. Tyre choices, standard or narrow. And then we've got the Hurlimann, which I do like, I think it looks great. The Hurlimann Master. All the other options are the same. We can scroll through all those options again. Engine size though, we've got the 165 at 165 horsepower, the Mater at 190, then the Mater HP moves the exhaust over. So this one doesn't have a smaller one, it starts at 160, so this is 160, 190. And then you've got the Mater HP, which takes the exhaust to one side. But what is cool about these is what they sound like. What one should I grab? I'll go for the Same. I love the sound of this. Don't know what it is, but I really do like it. Well, I don't know what it is. I know it's a tractor, but I don't know what it is about it. The sound is fantastic. Now, I couldn't find any options for doors or windows or anything opening. If I go through the options and try them all, there's nothing left, right, up, down on any of the options. So no doors or windows. But front lights, rear lights, work lights, beacons. Very cool. From inside, there is a beacon light, which I always look in the cab. So we turn the lights all off, turn the engine off, let's turn the help window off, engine on, lights, we'll scroll for our light options. There is one just to the side of the steering wheel, but you can't quite see it. But beacons, on and off, there's that light down there, just to the left hand side of the steering wheel. Because I've got my side panel plugged in, if I put hazard lights on, does it give me a hazard light one? No, I thought it might actually. That's my beacons, sorry. I can put hazard lights on because I've got that on. Does it give me the button there? It does, on the right hand side of the steering wheel. And that's the frustrating thing with PS4. You can have hazard lights and you can put hazard lights on, but only if you've got a side panel plugged in. It does work, the functionality is there, that's the frustrating thing about it. But anyway, yeah, cool. And all three are like this. I could just drive around all day listening to that. Fantastic. Anyway, so that's by RB Modding and Lelex89, those three tractors. What I am going to do is kind of very quickly use this one and two others together. I'm going to grab this, the Brantner, so we can show you the Brantner unloading, but also the sell point. Now the sell point prices do fluctuate like all other sell points, which also kind of makes it pretty cool. Pretty cool. Love it! Love the sound of this thing! Sorry, I'm very overexcitable today, but wow. We are making money at a sell point. Oh, that wasn't bad. Okay, so let's disconnect that. Next up, and I'm going to need the tractor for this one. We've got this. This is the Pottinger Nova Alpine Front Mower. Nova Alpine? Yeah, Nova Alpine. It looks like Nova Alpine in the Modhub because the A is the same size, but that's actually Nova Alpine, isn't it? 301. Front mower. There are two in the pack. This is by Joe968, Fabian, Gogobear, and LindnerPower. We'll have a look in store under mowers. So if we scroll across, the Nova Alpine 261 is a 2.6 metre, requiring 35 horsepower and 7 slots. The Nova Alpine 301 is 3 metres, is also 7 slots, and requires also 35 horsepower, so pretty low on the horsepower. Now, the argument would be, what do we need another front mower for? We've got front mowers. Well, to be fair, the 301 is 3.1 metres at 19 grand. We've got a couple on. The Class Disco is 3.6. So it's a little bit wider, but 22 grand. This one's only 11,500 for the 3 metres, so it's fairly cheap for a front mower in all honesty. But we'll give it a go. So let's open it up. Turn it on. Go. Does exactly what it says on the tin. It's a mower, but fairly cheap. I like it. It's good. I'm buying one of these tractors on my Let's Play. I love it. I've just got to decide which one. So there we go. That's the Nova Alpine by Joe968, Fabian, Gogobear, and LindnerPower. And last for today, we've got this, the Grimmer GL430 potato planter. This is by BasBovenBaas and DMI 20mm Normandy. 7 slots. We do already have in game the Grimmer GL420. This is the same working width, slightly different design, looks a little bit different. I think the capacity is a little bit smaller. If we find our potato technology, which is down here. So yeah, we've got the GL420, 150 horsepower required, 3 metre wide, and it does potatoes. No, that only does seeding. Oh, you can have, yeah, seed or potatoes will go in. Right. So the GL430, you can put potato in it to use as seed. You can use seed and you can use liquid fertiliser. So I said it's a solid fertiliser. That's the liquid symbol just there. Options available on it, none. It requires 110 horsepower, so less horsepower than the standard in-game version, but the tank size is a little bit smaller. So what we'll do, let's hook it up. Put the seeder planter into its operating position. And there we go. Nice animations on potatoes, as you would expect. Nice animation on the back. Very nice indeed, I like that. Very cool. Let's stop there. Close it back down again. Nice animations, lights on it as well, indicators for transportation. Turn those off. And there you go. That's the Grimmer GL430 by BasBovenBaas DMI 20mm Normandy. And that's it for today, unless any more mods have dropped while I've been doing this. I hope not. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.